And you're very welcome back to Jervis Shopping Centre here in the heart of Dublin, where we've been going full on festive all morning. And when it comes to gift ideas, the beauty choice is massive. But here to help us trawl through on how you can pamper the loved one in your life is the skin nerd herself, Jennifer Rock. Good morning, Jennifer.
Hello.
And we can really spoil ourselves and other people. I do like one for me, one for them. But it can be hard because you're wondering what is their skin type, what perfume do they like, what are they into. So you've picked something that a one fit suits all.
I think you're right. I think it's so hard to get a product because it's quite personal. If somebody says anti-aging or if they buy you a spot product, you're slightly offended. So what I've done is collected together what I feel are the safe and yet still really results driven, and you'll see a difference with using all of these products in a couple of weeks, which is a nice way to start off 2020. So you know, a thing after my own heart is cleansing. So first up from the Brow Boutique, I have Dermalogica. They have their gift set, which is the Ultimate Cleanse and Glow Trio. Because if you don't cleanse properly, it's almost pointless putting on all the eye creams and the serums and the boosters that a lot of people might be picking up over Christmas or using vouchers for. So this has the cleanser in it, which is really easy to use, suited for all, but it has the really popular, their famous microfoliant. Have you used it?
No.
It's a little bit of powder, you sprinkle it in, it's like you're sprinkling in some goodness into the cleanser itself, and it just turbocharges and sloughs off those dead skin cells, which we're used to getting over the winter months if you've had a Christmas party or two and there's red lipstick left or stained into the lip grain. So that's definitely one to consider. So make sure that you're actually thoroughly removing properly, and pre-cleansing is actually in here as well, so a little bit of oil just slips away the day.
Brilliant. That's a great gift actually for a lot of people. And then we're moving into the makeup realm, because again you want to be careful about colour palettes and all that side of things. So what do you recommend there?
So with Inglot, I suppose what they always do so well is they bring beautiful pigment to life. So whether it's your more gold or whether it's your more blue and pigment, they have a little bit of something for all. So first up, they have their Cosmic Volumizing collection. I personally love the word volumizing in there. I'm glistening up. So they have a beautiful kit which has beautiful nudie tones to it with a little bit of iridescence, and that's what gives it that volume effect. So it looks kind of seductive on the lip, They have a beautiful eyeshadow palette, and they also have glitter. So you and I both have glitter on our eyelids at the moment.
Tis the season.
Tis the season to be jolly and glittery. But again, they're kind of like a pink hue, they've got a gold hue, they haven't gone crazy. So if it's somebody kind of 20s right up to 70s, 80s, 90s, why not pop a little bit of glitter on just to get yourself in that festive spirit? And can I just point out their beautiful gift set as well? So the box itself, I'm absolutely in love with. I just think that if you perhaps you're living with a partner that leaves a trail of destruction of makeup everywhere, it's a nice nod and a polite way to say please tidy yourself up. But if you're someone who travels a lot or you just like to display your makeup, they have lovely little compartments inside for you to keep everything neat and organised, starting off the year the right way.
And you can see what you have, all that routing through makeup bags. Boxes are the way to go. Then Boots always have an amazing array of gift ideas. What did you pick from there?
Always. So number 7, they have the Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Collection. And can I just say, going back to what I said already, I've often been bought a product that says anti-aging, and I say, excuse you, how close are we that you think you can say that to me?
I'm practically teenage in my skin.
So with this, it's just a very nice subtle nod towards the fact that it is an anti-aging range. Within it, you have a day cream, an eye cream, a serum, an eye cream, a sheet mask, and a booster. So I mean, honestly, bar cleansing, you have absolutely everything you need to apply afterwards, and Boots really they always knock it out of the park, but a really affordable gift set with everything together. Some of my favourite ingredients in there: niacinamide, vitamin A, there's SPF within it, so it is genuinely an intriguing one to consider if you're getting it for yourself, like you say, or if you're getting it for a loved one. No matter what their skin type, it's suited.
And you chose something for the lads. I know a lot of women love the series as well. A Peaky Blinders grooming set.
I just think it's nice to have something together, kind of a nod towards what's been trending this year, and it's just a cheeky little stocking filler, something extra underneath the tree. So yeah, it's definitely nice to not leave the men out of the equation.
And likewise, the Grafton Barber. This is a good one because there's a lot of men in my life that I find difficult to buy for, whether it's a father-in-law or they just don't seem to be as aspirational as us girls with big long lists.
This is true, and I think for me, I actually quite like this as an introductory guide to shaving. So obviously Grafton Barbers have been around since 1961 is when they started, but 1916 is when the heritage comes from. So they absolutely know, and they've key ingredients in there that are locked down and silenced. No one knows what's in them. So within that particular kit, you have your styling product, a particular handmade soap, you have a styling product, or like a gel to kind of mould the beard into shape. You've got your razor, and I just think that it's really clever and neat, and everything is compact in one. And if they're anything like my teenage son at home, perhaps it's the annual, he's waiting waiting for this, like, you know, gift that you get from whether it's, you know, an aunt or an uncle. It's just, it's a key product or a key concept, I think, every year to get.
Really clever, and it's a way that I know men are getting far more into their beauty products, of course, but this is just a nice treat for them aside from the normal shave and razor that they might use.
Exactly, and I think the fact that it goes back in decades, they really know what to look for in a set. Yeah, couldn't choose a better place than the Grafton Barber.
So what would you recommend then when it comes to perfume? Because it is a nice gift to give, but someone's scent can be quite personal.
Absolutely, and you often don't want to smell it on yourself, but you want everyone to compliment how great you smell in a day. So I think what's clever is that the perfume shop have the Daisy Love Marc Jacobs, and within it you have your 50ml eau de toilette, which you should never actually spray onto skin. You should always spray it onto your clothes, because it can actually make skin a little bit more sensitive in years to come. So top tip, but it also has a shower gel and a body lotion in there. And what's really interesting is that when you are, say, washing yourself and then popping a little bit of body lotion onto certain areas afterwards, you get so much longer from your perfume, because you tend not to douse yourself with it. Then you tend to already scent and have that kind of subtle hue underneath. It's a really feminine and fresh scent, so it's not, you know, one way or the other. It's not too deep, you know, the other way, like you said, it can be quite a specific tone or scent, so this just tends to suit anyone with a feminine glimpse in their life.
And I wouldn't necessarily associate a shopping centre with getting beauty treatments, but that is possible.
So from Sensius, again, they use a Dermafix, which is almost like a meso-needling. So that's exactly what this treatment is. It's called meso-needling or micro-needling. Why I like it is that it's suited to everybody. So they're trained professionals, they've had the hilt of training, and realistically what you can do as a therapist is you can decide, first of all, you decide what serum to apply to the client's skin, and then you can change the depth of the needle. Now, the word needle might terrify people, but it's a tiny little projection that just allows a tiny opening into the skin for that active serum to get in. That's it. But it's ideal for someone if they've open pores, or if dehydration is a concern, or lines or wrinkles, because the serum itself is what they're ultimately choosing. So if you get a couple of treatments done in succession, that's the goal, and what they're offering is a package of 4, so you can get it done this side of Christmas if you're really eager and get yourself in, or maybe one this side of Christmas and start off in the new year. And interestingly, you don't look red, irritated, there's no downtime with it, you just look glowy.
Brilliant. So that's good if you have someone getting married or has a big event coming up in the year, that they have that course and can get themselves ready to glow.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. I'll have one of everything. Thanks, Jen.
No problem.
And a happy Christmas to you too. Right, lots more still to come, but we'll go back now to studio.
Thank you, Claire. Now, up next, we'll have a guide to some of the Christmas markets and festivals taking place around the country this festive season. See you soon.